John Cottrell here of MBODY Yoga in Salt Lake City. This is a power hour class. So in this practice, it is a power vinyasa yoga practice, which means we're going to be continuously moving with breath. And it's going to be a pretty dynamic practice, so make sure you've got a towel and some bottled water for this one. Now, I'm calling this class Core Energy, so there's going to be a lot of focus on core. There's going to be some balancing, some twisting, and just a lot of movement, alrighty? So we really need to get right to it. Let me show you what we'll need for our props. Not too much. Besides your towel and bottled water, you might want to grab a couple of yoga blocks that might come in handy for this practice, and anything else that you might want to use for your practice. That might be a strap, a pillow, or a blanket, anything like that, perfect for your practice, alrighty? So once you've got everything set up, I invite you to start in a standing position. I like to start in mountain pose. That's just a standing position with your feet about hip distance apart, toes pointing forward, and just give a big circle with your shoulders. Roll them backward a couple of times, roll them forward a couple of times, and as you're doing that, some deep breaths. Just so you can start to get reacquainted with your body, be more aware of your breath, and then kind of shake everything out, and then just find stillness. I want to continue with slow, steady breaths. Just breathing in and out. You might breathe in slowly through your nose and exhale completely through your nose or even through your mouth. Do that a few more times. Good. Taking deep breaths just allows you to be very present in the moment, connected. Good. This is also a wonderful opportunity to create an intention for your practice. Since we're working on core energy, that means there's movement, there's strength, just being very aware of our bodies in motion. So maybe you can think of an intention that's congruent with that. Maybe you're needing a little strength today. Maybe you're feeling a little stiff and just want to get your body moving. Maybe you haven't been feeling too motivated. And maybe just getting a little fire burning underneath you can get you moving. Very nice. More focus on the breath. As you inhale, you want to feel your breath rising upward, really filling up your lungs. Then as you exhale, draw your navel inward towards your spine. We call that the abdominal lock. It's just a light contraction or engagement of your abdominal muscles. Since we're working core, we're going to be using this section of the body, the centering of our bodies. It helps us with movement, with stillness, with twisting, balancing. A nice full inhale, once again rising upward to fill up your lungs and heart space. And your exhale, drawing navel in towards spine. And do that 3 more times, 3 more full breaths, preparing your body to move. And when you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. You can take your time with this. Treat it like a nice stretch. Reach all the way up. And exhale will fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to as you make your way down towards your toes. And you might touch your toes, but you certainly don't have to. Inhale, slide your hands up the legs, perhaps to your shins or knees, extending your spine so you're long and flat like a table. Then exhale, let's come back down towards toes to a forward fold. We'll hold here briefly, just so you can feel that stretch and lengthening down to the backs of your legs. Releasing the low back. Once again, if you like, rolling your shoulders. A little shake of the head, just noticing if there's any tension or tightness in that portion of the body. And just letting it go, just letting it roll off your body onto the mat. Preparing to stand, go ahead and shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees, feel like you're going to sit down. And then look forward. This should re-extend your spine. Reach your arms out to the side, then stand up nice and tall. Reach up into the air. Another big stretch. Exhale, bring your arms down by your side. And just pause here for a moment. Breathe in and out. We're going to do that same sequence one more time. That's our half salute to the sun. Just getting the body moving with breath. Here we go. Inhale, reach all the way up, big stretch. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward. Remember to bend your knees slightly. Inhale, rise up halfway so the top of your head leads you forward. Exhale, back down. Brief pause, complete the fold, complete the breath. Then shift your weight into your heels, bend your knees, look forward, spread your wings. Inhale, stand up tall, reach up even higher as you're able, and exhale, arms back down by your side. Hold here for a moment, take a couple of breaths, find stillness, return to the sensation of your breathing. Now we're just going to keep adding on to this sequence, moving into our sun salutation. Here we go. Inhale, reach high, long arms. Exhale, lead with your heart, fold forward with soft knees. Inhale, just rise up halfway. Sometimes I call it monkey pose. On this exhale, bend your knees, let your back round, come all the way down so you can bring your hands to the ground, and step both of your feet back into plank pose. Let's breathe in right here. Exhale, we'll take a shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees slightly and then send your hips up into the air. You might need to adjust a little bit by stepping forward, just a little bit with your feet, and if you'd like, a little adjustment with your hands. I would even suggest spreading out your fingers pretty wide, pressing your palms firmly into the ground as you press for the energy and strength in your arms. You're still breathing deeply. You're still inhaling to fill up your lungs, exhaling to engage your core. Meanwhile, your hips are lifting up nice and high, hands rooting into the ground. You can keep your knees slightly bent here. Take a full breath in, ready to move. On the exhale, walk, step, or even hop. Both feet up to the top of the mat. Extend your spine. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up, reach high. When you keep this in motion, as you exhale, take chair pose or a chair-like position. Hold here. Breathing in as you extend out through your arms. Then exhale, dive out of your seat, back down towards your toes, forward fold. Inhale, extend spine, long flat back. Exhale, bend knees all the way down, hands to the floor. Hop, step, or walk, both feet back, plank pose. Breathe in for length and strength. Exhale, bend elbows, lower your whole body in a straight line down towards the ground. Inhale, press into the floor with the hands to straighten your arms, lifting chest to face forward. You'll be in a back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees off the ground, hips into the air. And this is downward facing dog. Settle in. We're going to keep this moving. Inhale now to extend your right leg up behind you, reaching long back with your foot. Exhale, let's bring this right foot to the top of the mat or in your right hand. Turn left heel to the floor completely. Put weight in that back foot. Lightness in the hands here. Extending your torso over front thigh. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Reaching up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bring your hands back down to the ground. Let's step the right foot back. Bend elbows, lower your way down. This is Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. That's our back bend. Long legs, pointed toes behind you. Exhale onto your toes, hips into the air, downward facing. When you're ready, inhale, extend left leg up, reaching. Big stretch there. Exhale, bring left foot now up to the top of the mat. Right heel plants into the floor, good firm connection. Extended torso over left thigh. Inhale, rise up. Reach into the air, warrior one. Exhale, hinge, fold. Hands back down to the ground. Strong connection, slide left foot back. Complete your series, coming down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, we're really getting some good movements here, warming up the body. Let's pause for a second in down dog. 2 more breaths. From here, we're going to take it to the ground for a back bend. You can just kneel down to take a seat, or if you'd like, hop forward to cross your legs, take a seat in the center of your mat, and go ahead and roll down onto your back. You're going to lie down with your knees bent and feet planted into the ground. Take a few moments here just to settle. We've already activated the body quite well with those sun salutations. This is just a brief pause, just so you can return to the sensation of breathing. Notice how you feel. Okay, moving into bridge pose, our heart opening back bend. First, breathe in deeply, fill up your lungs. Exhale completely, draw navel down towards spine in this case. Then activate the body by lifting hips up into the air. There's our bridge. Now, if you can, you can get your arms and shoulders a bit underneath you. You might need to rock your body left and right several times to do that. I like to bend my arms at 90 degrees, pressing down strongly into the ground with the triceps and elbows, so I can feel my body lifting and I can hold the position a little longer. Very dynamic. I can feel this throughout the body. I feel this in my legs, so my thighs, hamstrings, and glutes. Hips are high, so I feel this nice stretch and lengthening in the hip flexors, opening through the heart and chest. 2 more breaths. To come out of the pose, wiggle your toes forward slightly. Extend your arms straight up into the air, then roll your way back down slowly until you touch the ground. Then inhale, drawing both knees into chest. Exhale, rocking forward and back. Take several breaths if you need to, so you can generate enough energy to rock your way up to boat pose. We're rising here. So boat, great core strengthening posture, great for core energy. Now, you can do this many ways. I like to start with bent knees, shins parallel to the floor, feet flexed. Holding onto the backs of the knees so I can keep spine extended. I want to feel like there's a string attached to my sternum right here, and then lift it up right there. Tipping chin up slightly so the neck is long and in the same line as the rest of the spine. We're going to hold here a little longer. Now you can certainly make this more dynamic. You can release the legs, have the hands free reaching out. You can even extend your legs, maybe even point your toes. But this is fine right here. All right, let's get ready to move. First, breathe in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, engage belly, cross legs, hands in front, walk, step, or hop both feet back in plank pose. Hold. Let's bring right knee down to the floor, just your right knee. Tap your right foot, because you're going to swing that right foot off to the right side, making a kickstand. Turn the whole torso towards the left side of the room and extend your left arm up into the air. This is side plank, but it's a variation because we have the knee on the ground. Keep this left foot flexed. Keep it strong. You can even lift it off the ground if you'd like. Just a nice opening here. Okay, we'll be doing a regular or a different version of side plank a little bit later in the practice. Let's breathe in and exhale. Let's bring this left hand back down to the ground. Bring your left knee down. Bring your right kickstand in. Let's do a series of cat and cow. Inhale, look up or forward, arching your back right here. Exhale, round it out. And just continue. So your inhale is a back bend or cow pose. Exhale, round the spine. And that's cat. Fill belly button, pull up towards spine. There's still some core engagement as you do that. Inhale, open the heart, look forward. Exhale. About 2 more breaths. We'll do our modified side plank on the other side. When you're complete, just come back to a neutral tabletop position for a moment. Find stillness. And maybe tap your left foot, swing it off to the left side. You can extend your right leg back, keeping the toes on the ground for a little stability. And open your whole body towards the right side of the room, extending your right arm up into the air. And there's your pose. Flex the right foot just to keep the legs strong. You can keep it on the ground or even lift it. Nice opening here. Just take some balance as well. Inhale, here we go. Exhale, let's return to the earth with the right hand, right knee. Bring your left kickstand in. 3 breaths, cat and cow. Looking up, we'll arch in the back. Exhale, round it out. 2 more on your own. Tabletop posture. Get ready for down dog. I like to step the hands forward just a little bit, making sure I spread out my fingers so a nice base. Press palms firmly into the ground, strong hands and arms. Tuck toes here, and then lift knees and hips. There's your downward facing dog. Let's continue with the lunge sequence. Inhale, extend right leg up, reach long. Let's open this up. You're going to bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards your backside, lifting the knee up towards the ceiling. Inhale again. Exhale, unwind it and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat.
Left heel plants on the floor. Find that balance between both feet. Long torso over thigh. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And our exhale here to a warrior two. Now I like to take the feet a little bit wider, lunging a little bit deeper, just to get a little bit more sensation of that inner thigh release and stretch. Extended arms, warrior two. Let's hold for a couple breaths and just feel the dynamic and strength of this posture. Moving into side angle pose, follow your right hand forward as if you're reaching out to grab something here. So you have an angled upper body, then rotate your arm so your right arm comes down and your left arm reaching into the air. Not too different from that side plank that we did. Nice reaching, maybe a lengthening sensation down to the left side of your body. Okay, let's keep it moving. Breathe in. Exhale, we're going to turn, fold, bring hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose, pause. Hold it. Just hold it a little bit longer. As you're inhaling, you're feeling yourself get longer in the whole body, torso and legs, arms. Exhale, pull belly button up. Be aware if your hips are sinking too close to the ground. Lift them and maybe lift a little higher so your hips might be at the same level as your shoulders. Inhale again. Exhale, bend knees, send hips into the air. Downward facing dog. Ready for the other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend your knee, bring heel down towards backside. Lifting the knee up, which will create a nice hip opener. Inhale. And the exhale to step through. Left foot to the top. Right heel turns, planted into the ground. Long torso over thigh. Inhale, rise up, reaching into the sky. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Settling in. Make any adjustments if you'd like. Nice alignment. Be sure your left knee is bent and the knee and toes are pointing directly forward. Reach. Lots of energy in the arms. Side angle. Follow the left hand forward to angle the upper half of your body. Rotate your arms. Now you can certainly go lower, meaning this left hand can actually touch the ground or your stacked blocks. This feels fine for me. I don't need to go any deeper than this. I get the sensation that I need in this pose, in this depth. But choose what feels best for you. Let's breathe in. Exhale, we'll turn. Hands return to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Another pause here. Let's bring knees to the ground. Sit back briefly in hero, just to get off the hands like this. And just feel that natural stretch in the knees, thighs, and the tops of the feet. We're going to rise up onto the knees, just there. Now, you're going to push your pelvis forward, just so it feels pretty activated here. We're going to move into camel pose, but a very modified version of such. You can keep the legs, your feet flat like that, or even tuck your toes. Either one's fine here. With your hands, make fists, okay? You're going to bring your fists behind you, right here at your low back, right at the belt line. Two actions here. You're going to push down, a downward sensation, and forward. Downward is just going to make space in that low back area. Forward is going to keep your hips stacked over the knees, okay? So as we inhale, we push down with the fists, but feel the torso lift tall. As you exhale, push forwards gently with the fists, and then lean back with the upper body, beginning to put yourself in a minor back bend. You don't have to go very far with this at all. Inhale, push down. Lifting up, even leading with the sternum. Exhale, push forward slightly, lean back. I'm going to stay here. You're certainly welcome to go further than this. You can even bring your hands down to your heels. Takes you a little bit deeper into the back bend, but this is fine. 2 more breaths. You're going to rise back up. Find that neutral position. Relax the feet, sit back. Hero. We're going to take child's pose briefly. You can just fold right over the thighs here for your child's pose. I like to take my knees just a little bit wider and then extend outward. So your whole upper body comes forward and down. You can rest your forehead on the mat if you'd like, or a blanket or towel, while your arms extend out front. If that seems a little too low, you can even bring in a block perhaps, which is what I'm doing. And just some lengthening here. Just as we're preparing for a bridge pose, lying on our backs, we can kind of do the same thing here. So it's a bit of a restful posture. Take some deep breaths. You can return to that connection you have with your breathing. 3 more breaths here. Return to hands and knees. Set up for downward facing dog. Again, stepping hands forward slightly, spreading out your fingers, tuck your toes, lifting knees and hips downward facing. Let's return to a standing posture. Take a nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale to extend spine and fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come all the way up, reaching into the air, and exhale, arms down by your side. Very nice. Alrighty, we're still adding on to our sequence. Let's add some more components. Let's add some balance, and then we're gonna add a twist. Okay, so first balance, so tree pose. I'm gonna try to mirror you here. Hopefully I get my left and right correct. All right, you're gonna start shifting your weight over into your right foot. Press firmly down into the floor. As you inhale, feel tall, breath rising, fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly in to engage. We need that for balance. Then float your left foot up into the air. Flex the foot, maybe your thigh comes to parallel. Then swing the knee out towards the left side of the room. Place your foot on the inside of the standing leg. I always default at my calf. You can always bring it up higher. Then when you're ready, inhale, reach into the air. Lift, reach, and stretch. Hold. Don't hold your breath, keep breathing. Find something to focus on out in front of you, or even down at the ground. Make sure the breath is strong. You're inhaling to find length and strength in the body. Exhale, connect to your center, draw belly in to help support your balance. Keep arms extended. We're going to swing left knee forward. Lift your knee with a flexed foot. Plant the foot down into the ground, then arms down by your side. And if you'd like, shake all that out. Well done. Okay, the other side. Start shifting weight into your left foot. Press it down into the floor. Get tall as you inhale. Fill up the lungs. Exhale, engage your center body. Float right foot up. Flex the foot. Just keeps the leg strong and active. Thighs parallel. Swing the knee out. Nice hip opener there. Placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Knee is mostly pointing to the side of the room. Inhale, reach into the sky. You can keep the arms straight, straight up. I always kind of form a little V shape here. You can even bend elbows if you need to, just in case that might be a little bit too strenuous on the shoulders today. Focusing on something out in front of you or down at the ground. Breathing. Get tall. Connect to center. Find stillness. Very nice. Let's inhale and exhale again. Good. Let's keep the arms extended. We'll swing the right knee forward. Lift your knee with the flexed foot. Plant the foot down into the ground. Arms back down by your side. And maybe another little shake. All right, let's get into our twists. It'll be a chair pose with a twist. I'm actually going to turn sideways for this. So together, let's inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, take chair pose, or feel like you're sitting back into a chair. Your hips are moving to the back edge of your mat. I'm not going to go down too low, but you're certainly welcome to go down lower. As you're sitting, bring your hands down to heart center. Right there. Inhale, find good length in the spine. Exhale, draw belly in and twist to your right. And towards your right leg. Your left elbow will start to point down towards the floor. I'm not twisting very far. That feels fine for me. You're welcome to sit back and down a little deeper, even rotate a little bit more if your spine allows. But this is fine right here. Breathing in and exhale, unwinding. Bring hands to thighs, a little push. Help you stand up nice and tall. Re-extend arms up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Very good. Just going to do the same thing other side. Here we go. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, chair pose. As you're taking your seat, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthening in the spine. Exhale, twist to your left. Right elbow will point down. I'm going to make sure that the feet stay firm on the ground. Look down at your knees. Hopefully they're still aligned with one another. Be aware if one has shifted like this. Okay, if they're shifted, just readjust. You want your hips moving directly back. It's just your upper body revolving or twisting. There we are. Breathe in. And our exhale to unwind. Place hands on thighs. Press or push. Help you stand. Reach up into the air to draw that straight line. Let's keep this moving. Swan dive forward. Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, bend the knees, round your spine, hands to the floor. Walk, step, or hop, both feet back. Plank, come right down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Let's get the body moving. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog.
Inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist open. Exhale, unwind, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel to the floor, balanced. Inhale, warrior one.
Exhale, warrior two. All right, that's a lot of flowing and moving with breath. Let's settle here into warrior two. I'm going to add on. Let's reach forward like this, angled upper body, but keep your right arm where it is. Bring your left arm up and over like this, forming a V shape. Turn both hands towards each other like you're holding on to something between the hands. And keep extending. So we're at this angled reaching feeling. I call this victorious warrior. If you want, lunge a little deeper. Nice, breathe in. Exhale, turn. Bring hands to the floor. Step back into plank pose. Hold. Just form that nice, strong, straight line. We're going to left side plank. Okay, that means the left hand is going to stay on the floor. We're spinning open towards the right side of the room, right arm up into the air. Now, the first time we were here, we had the knee on the ground. You can certainly do that. You can bring your left knee to the ground underneath your hip if you need a little extra stability. Otherwise, keep legs straight, straight and strong. You can do so by flexing the feet, stack the legs, or stagger them. Breathe in. As we exhale, return to plank pose. Straight line, bend elbows, come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lots going on. Here we go, other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend, twist open. Exhale, unwind, step through. Right heel to the floor, planted. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open, warrior two. Settle in. Get ready for victorious warrior. Reach forward, angled upper body. Keep left arm here. Bring right arm up and over. Turn palms towards each other like you're holding on, let's say, a big beach ball. And keep extending, lengthening through the arms. Lunge a little deeper. Make sure you're facing directly sideways as best as you can. Breathe in. Exhale, turn. Hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Draw the straight line. Now, right side plank. Right hand stays on the floor. Spin open sideways. Again, you can bring right knee to the ground if you need to. Keep left hip lifting. Pelvis pushing forward. Flexed feet to keep legs strong. Good. Breathe in. Exhale, return to plank. Come on down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold. All right, bring knees to the floor gently. Take a quick child's pose. And make this active. Feel the hips really reach back as your arms reach forward. Then you're going to rise right up to our knees. Push pelvis forward. Hands behind you. Fists at low back. So this is our camel pose. Inhale, push down with the fist. Lengthen through the torso. Exhale, push hips forward using the fists. And tip back a little bit. Just gaze upward. One more time. Inhale, push down, lift up. Exhale, push forward, lean back. Good. Come back up to neutral. All right. Now, you're going to sweep both arms up into the air, and as you do so, lean a little bit to your left knee so you can step the right foot forward like that. Right foot steps forward. Tuck your toes behind you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lift. We'll be in high lunge. Right there. Hinge forward. Putting weight into this right foot. We're here about 45 degrees. More weight in this front foot. Step forward into chair pose. Stand up nice and tall. Reach high. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Hold. Bring knees to the ground. Child's pose. Sit back. Treat it as a nice stretch. Lengthen. Rise up to prepare for camel. Hands on low back. Push down with the hands. Inhale, extend spine. Exhale, push forward, lean back. Remember, the pushing forward is just to keep the hips aligned over your knees. Inhale, press down, lift up through the sternum. Exhale, push forward through the hips, lean back. Come back up to neutral. Sweep arms up into the air. Lean to your right so you can step left foot forward like this.
Tuck your toes behind you. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift. High lunge. Hinge forward about 45 degrees. There it is. Start shifting weight into left foot. So you can step forward, so now we're in chair pose. Stand up nice and tall, reach high. Exhale, arms down by your side. All right, we are in a continuous flow here. We just keep adding more elements, more components to this core energy practice. Let's add another component. Okay, it's going to be a chair pose. We're going to add a twist and then a twisted lunge. Just follow me. Okay, inhale, take both arms up into the air. Exhale, take chair pose. Bring hands to heart. Find the seat. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Okay, we're going to stay in this twist. Stay in this posture facing the right side of the room. But now start shifting weight into your right foot. Pull weight into your right foot. Core engaged. Pull belly in so you can actually pick up the left foot or just step it back, tap it back until you're on your toes behind you and you're in a lunge. Now you may have a lot of weight in this front knee and foot. If that's the case, just shift the weight back so you feel a bit more balanced and more secure here. Now extend your arms floor to ceiling. Alrighty? Now we're going to rise to what I call Twisted Warrior 2. We're still facing the right side of the room, but we're coming up perpendicular to the floor, but the arms are horizontal to the floor, reaching in these opposite directions. So left hand reaching forward, right hand reaching back. Now, we're going to unwind. Drop the right arm, reach up with the left, naturally open up into Warrior 2. Left heel plants into the floor, and then reverse your warrior. Right hand reaching up into the air. This left hand can just rest lightly on that back thigh. So a nice stretch and opening through right side. Now windmill. Bring the hands down to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Actually, down dog. Sweep this right foot back and up into the air. We're going to add another component here. Bend and twist open. Now, on the exhale, we're going to bring the right knee underneath you to point towards the left elbow. Left elbow. Okay, crossing the body. It's a little twist. Now take that right leg back up into the air, straight line. Right foot to the top of the mat. Here. Find the centering of the body. Rise to a high lunge. Here. Hinge forward 45 degrees. Shifting weight into right foot. Step forward into chair pose. Let's rise up all the way. Extend the arms. And then arms down by your side. Okay, we added a lot right there. Okay? Let's just do the same thing for the other side. Okay? Just follow me. Let's inhale, extend the arms up into the air. Here we go. Chair pose as you exhale. As you take your seat, bring hands to heart center. Find your seat. Inhale for more length in the spine. Exhale, twist to your left side. Stay in this revolved position. Start shifting weight into left foot. You can feel the energy in this leg. Exhale to engage core for stability and balance. You can step this right foot back. Again, the weight will be mostly forward. We want to find balance. So just kind of shift so you feel kind of plugged in right here. Find that center. Then extend your arms floor to ceiling. So we're in this twist. Ready to rise up to our Twisted Warrior 2. So left hand reaching back, right arm forward. Drop the left hand. Reach up with the right. Open up to the right side of the room. Plant that right heel down into the floor. You'll be in Warrior 2. Continue the flow. Reverse the warrior, taking left hand up into the sky. Now a windmill. Bring the hands down to the floor. Back to down dog. So you're going to sweep the left foot back and up into the air. Bend and twist open. When you exhale, bring left knee underneath you, pointing towards the right elbow. I call this core twist. Let's take it back up into the sky, straight line. Left foot to the top of the mat, high lunge. Find your center, then rise. Find it. Hinge forward. 45 degrees. Put weight into the left foot. Step forward, chair. Stand up tall, extended mountain. Arms down by your side. Alrighty. We're getting those pieces together. Take a quick break. Use your towel if you're sweating. Get a sip of water. I'm going to adjust my mat. We're just going to keep on moving. All right. How you doing out there? Alrighty, let's continue. Okay, come back to mountain pose. Take a couple breaths. Let's flow. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, swan dive.
Inhale, monkey pose. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Hold plank, please. Shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees. Send your hips into the air. Hold. All right, so that same firm connection or press into the ground with the hands. Feel the energy in your arms. Notice that. Okay, then bring knees to the ground. All right, from here, you're gonna bring your elbows to the ground, like so. Now, if you're able, keep the arms parallel to one another, but they don't have to stay like this. You can actually kind of form a triangle, meaning the hands can kind of come in and the fingers kind of touch right here at the center. What you want to do here is press firmly down into the ground. See how my body is collapsed here? I'm really exaggerating this. I'm collapsed here. Don't want to do that. I'm collapsed in my shoulders. What I want to do instead is press into the floor with the forearms and hands and kind of lift the upper back. I'm even pulling belly button in, engaging, rooting down strongly into the ground with the forearms, just as you would with your hands in down dog. Now tuck your toes. We're moving to dolphin. When you exhale, lift your knees off the floor, lifting hips into the air. Perfectly fine to keep the knees very bent. Remember, hips are lifting, hands and forearms are pressing firmly into the ground. Now I'm saying forearms and hands because we don't want to put too much pressure on the elbows. 2 more breaths. Bring the knees back down when you're ready. Child's pose. Take a rest. Rise to hero pose. Okay? Now you can stay like this if you can. If that's too much pressure on your knees or ankles, just take a regular seat, grab a sip of water. I want to demonstrate a transition for you, so you can just sit and watch. Okay? Just watch me. I'm in a downward facing dog. I'm going to take left leg up into the air, left foot to the top of the mat. I'm going to go to a warrior 1 and open to a warrior 2. I'm going to take a side angle here, like this. All right. Now I'm going to take this to right side plank, which means this right hand up in the sky is going to come down to the floor. Watch. Breathing in. Exhale, right hand comes down to the floor next to my foot. Now my foot behind me, the right foot, I need to spin on the toes and make sure now the toes are pointing towards the left side of the room. I'm just going to force this left leg to kind of step back, and there's my right side plank. Continue watching because there's more. Breathing in, reach, and the exhale, bend this left elbow. Coming onto my feet here for balance. I'm going to bring this left forearm down to the floor, opening up sideways to the other side. So now I'm on my left elbow, inside plank. I'm breathing in again. Exhale, now the right arm to the floor. My arms are forming a triangle shape. I call this dolphin plank, right here. Pushing into the ground so I don't collapse. And then I'm going to step forward slightly, lifting hips into the air, which draws me right into dolphin. Rest. Okay? So let's try that together. Come together with me to downward facing dog. And we'll try both sides together. Downward facing. We'll start with the right leg, extending up into the air. Inhale. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Warrior 1. Rise high. Exhale, open warrior 2. Side angle. There. Left hand is in the air, so that left hand is coming down to the floor, taking us to left side plank. Breathe in. Exhale, left hand planted into the ground. Spin your toes behind you. Spin until the toes are facing the other side of the room. You're going to feel this shift in the hips. Step this right foot back so you can stack the leg on top of the other left side plank. Breathe in. Reach high with the right hip and right hand. Exhale, bend this right elbow. Come onto your toes here. It's going to help you with the transition. Bring this right arm to the floor. opening up sideways. Right there, side plank on the arm. Breathe in. Exhale, left arm comes to the floor. Dolphin plank, hold. Lots of core energy here. Bend the knees, step forward slightly so you can send hips into the air. Dolphin. Bring knees to the ground. Come up onto your hands. Spread out your fingers, press strongly into the floor. Down dog. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Left foot to the top of the mat, warrior one. Rise high. Exhale, open, warrior two. Side angle. Left hand down, right hand up. We're going to right side plank. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Spin the toes behind you. Step the left foot back. Take your time with this if you need to. Remember, you can modify and bring the right knee to the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, this left arm bends. Bring it to the floor. Just spin open to the other side of the room. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right arm to the floor. Hold here. Dolphin plank. Tiptoe forward, hips high. Knees can stay bent. Dolphin. Child's pose. Bring the knees down. Sit back. Take a breather. Three more breaths. Come up to hands and knees when you're ready. Cat and cow. Take your time with this, just recover, finding your good breathing. You're going to get ready to move through the full sequence. I think we've got all the components. Hopefully I remembered everything. All right, neutral tabletop position. Step hands forward, spread out your fingers, strong hands and arms. Tuck toes, lift knees and hips, down dog. Nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet up to the top of the mat. Inhale to extend spine. Exhale, fold. Weights in the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come up to standing, reach up into the air. Exhale, arms down by your side. Wonderful. All right, shake it all loose. Get some more water if you like. Wipe that sweat, okay? All righty, let's put this together. It starts in mountain pose, of course. We'll take our our chair pose. Chair pose with a twist and that dynamic step back, okay, into our twisted warrior two, okay? Follow me. Find stillness here, a couple breaths. Here we go. Inhale, extend your arms into the sky. Exhale, chair pose. As you exhale and take your seat, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Find your rotation. Start shifting weight into your right foot. Feel strong in the right foot and leg. Core engage. With an exhale, step the left foot back, way back on the mat. Find your center, shifting. So you find that nice pocket. Extend both arms, left hand down, right arm up. Twisted warrior two. You're facing the right side of the room in a twisting position, arms extended out over the legs. Reverse the warrior. So right hand drops, left hand up, opening up to warrior two. Then we reverse the warrior, right hand reaching up into the sky. Windmill, bring both hands down to the floor, step back, down dog. Right foot slides back and up into the air, bend and twist. Right knee underneath you towards left elbow. Core twist, take right leg up into the air. Now, right foot to the top of the mat, we're going to warrior one. Plant the left heel down, find that balance, rising high. Warrior two. Remember victorious warrior? Here it is. Reach forward, right hand stays here. Left hand comes up and over. Turn palms towards each other, extend. Turn sideways, lunge deeper. Left side plank, breathe in. Exhale, left hand comes down to the floor. Spin the back toes. Step right leg back. Side plank on left hand. Inhale, reach high with the right hand. Exhale, right arm, right elbow comes to the floor, opening up to the left side of the room. Inhale, extend and reach and lift. Exhale, left arm comes to the floor. Hold. In your plank pose, dolphin plank. Dolphin, step forward, hips high, soft knees. Child's pose, bring knees to the floor. Sit back, feel the stretch. Hips reach back towards heels, arms extend out front. Rise up to your knees, prep for camel. Hands or fists behind you. Push down as you inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, push forward, tip back. You can go deeper if you'd like. This is as far as we really need to go. Just a nice heart opening. Come back up to neutral. Extend the arms up into the air, step right foot forward. Tuck left set of toes. Inhale for extension. Exhale, lift. Hinge forward about 45 degrees. Put weight into the right foot. Step forward to be in chair pose. Just bring hands to heart center. We're ready for the other side. Inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale, twist to your left now. This is our sequence. Shifting weight into left foot, planted strongly. Start stepping the right foot back when you're ready into that deep lunge. Shifting the weight so you can find that pocket. Extend arms floor to ceiling. Keep facing this direction as you rise to Twisted Warrior 2. Unwind it. Left hand drops, right hand lifts, open up to right side of the room, Warrior 2. Keep flowing. Reverse the warrior, left hand up into the air. Windmill. Bring the hands down to the floor, back to down dog. Sweeping left foot back, hand up into the air, bend and twist. Left knee underneath you towards right elbow as you exhale. Core twist. Left leg re-extends up into the sky, down dog. Left foot to the top of the mat, Warrior 1. Right heel plants. Find that pocket. Rise up high. Exhale, open Warrior 2. Victorious Warrior, reach out. Right hand up and over, V-shape with the arms, extending. Nice angled upper body. This is core work. Your obliques are getting a nice workout here. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand to the floor, right side plank. Right hand comes down, spin those toes back behind you. Slide left leg back, stack it on top of the other. Opening up sideways with an inhale. Exhale, bend this left arm. Bring the left arm to the floor. Left side plank on the elbow. Opening up, inhale, reach high with the right hip and hand. Exhale, arms to the floor, dolphin plank, pause. Tiptoe forward, hips high, soft knees, dolphin. Knees to the floor, child's pose. Active child's pose, extend. Rise up to your knees. Prep for camel, hands behind you for support. Push down, inhale, long spine. Exhale, pelvis forward, tip back. There's your back bend. Stay here or go a little deeper. Come back up to neutral. Extend both arms up into the air, step left foot forward. There, tuck toes behind you. Inhale for more extension. Exhale, engage and lift. Hinge forward 45 degrees. Put weight into the left foot. Step forward. Chair pose. Stand up tall, extended mountain. We're still moving. Exhale, swan dive. Monkey pose. Exhale, hands to the floor. Hopper step back plank. Come down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to boat pose. Hop forward, cross legs, take a seat. Lean back so you can lift your feet. Hold onto the legs here. Find that extended spine. Hold. You can modify this, make it more challenging if you want. Release the legs, hands free. Or maybe extend the legs. You can hold onto the legs or free up the hands again. Hold here a little longer. Lots of core energy, core strength. A couple more breaths, do your best. You've got it in you. Inhale. Exhale, set the heels on the ground. Let's go to cobbler's pose. Bring the soles of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall here. You can scoop up the toes here. Once again, a nice inhale for a lengthened spine. Exhale, hinge. Get into those inner thighs and maybe your back. Alrighty. So we're done with all of that. Big sequence. Now we're working towards or moving towards our final sequence so we can start to rest, relax, and come to meditation in Shavasana. So let's just do some restorative poses here. So our bound angle pose or cobbler's pose. It's a nice one to begin with. A couple more breaths. And you can rise back up, extended spine. Alrighty. We're going to lie down. I'm just going to adjust my mat again. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Hug knees into chest. If you'd like some movement here, I like to create small circles. Going clockwise, going counterclockwise, just to get into hips and low back. And since your feet are free here, feel free to maybe flex your feet, point your toes, circle the ankles, whatever you want to do. All right, we're going to do a few more things. We're going to do an upside down position. I'm going to give you some variations. The first one is just extend both legs up into the air, just like this. So this is our inverted pose, modified. Just an example of maybe legs against the wall. You can certainly do this with your legs against the wall. So you're just lying on the ground, legs supported by a wall, or just straight up in the air. Now you can certainly move into shoulder stand. I'm going to stay like this, but shoulder stand is definitely an option. Now the legs can stay active in the air if you're just lying like I am. You can put a little softness in the knees, even use your hands to hold on to the legs so they stay in the air. Shoulder stand, and if you are in a full shoulder stand position, if you have room behind you, feel free to move into plow. Bring the feet, your toes down behind you. Again, only do that if that feels right for you and you have proper support. Remember, this is a perfect position just like this, just to feel the legs elevated in this inverted posture. About 3 more breaths. I'm going to give you some options for your back bend. Now if you're in a position like me, just legs in the air, you can just bend the knees, bring the feet to the floor, and move into bridge like we did earlier. Or if you're coming out of plow, you might want to move into fish pose. So let me do both. First I'm just going to do bridge, because that's what we did earlier, just lifting the hips, maybe using the arms to help support the body. Now in fish, what you may want to do is extend the legs out front, like that, and get your arms underneath you. I'm rolling to my right, getting the left arm underneath completely here, so I'm basically sitting on my left hand. I'm going to do the other side, so I'm lying on my arms here. Okay, straight arms, sitting on the hands, palms down. If I push elbows into the ground, I can actually lift my upper body, arch the back, send the crown of head to the floor here. Long legs, pointed toes. So that's fish pose. So bridge, fish, even wheel if you want to. 2 more breaths. If you're in fish, you want to start by lifting the head off the floor, tuck chin in towards chest, lie down, and then you can release your arms. Go ahead and bring knees back into chest. Take another hip opener. How about happy baby? Keep the legs wide, feet can move up into the air, like so. Press down gently. I like to add a little rocking sensation. Just massage the low back. Gets into the hips. Check in with your breathing. Just a few more poses and we will be done. We're going to finish off with a twist. There's a lot of twisting in our practice today too. And that certainly does work our core. All right, release the feet. Bring the knees together, hug them in. Twist. Let's take knees over to the left side first, extending right arm off to the right side, creating your spinal twist. A few breaths here. We did quite a bit in our practice today. If your intention is about motivation, hopefully this practice was some motivation for you. We got the body moving. We
over to just about every part of the body. Okay, let's come back up to center. Hold center for a moment to realign. And then knees to the other side. Maybe your intention was about energy and strength. That certainly happened today. Deep breaths. Always aware of the breathing. Even if you weren't able to get into each pose fully, or even if you felt like you weren't doing them properly, that's okay. Just as long as you were moving, that's the main thing. And maybe having a little fun too. Okay, let's come back up to center. Another hug. Then extend both legs out in front, arms down by your side. Settle in completely. Shavasana. Let everything relax, melt into the earth. Your eyes might remain open for a few moments, just gazing upward, but then maybe let them go soft. Maybe eventually closing your eyes if you'd like. Return to the awareness of your breath. Just slow, steady breaths. Stay here as long as you like, especially if you found a very comfortable position, desiring this restful moment after all of that movement. Just stay here. Even as I end the practice, you can stay in Shavasana. Again, you're welcome to stay here as long as you like. And when it is time to move, take your time, making that transition very slowly and gently. Be kind to yourself. You might even start with 5 slow, deep breaths. You're reconnecting to your breathing, feeling movement return to your body. Sometime after that 5th breath, you don't have to move right away. Just after that 5th breath and movement has returned, take your time, move in slow motion, perhaps roll to one side of your body into a nurturing position. You can hold here for a few breaths if you like. You might even count down 3 more breaths or 5 more breaths. Anticipating some movement, but take your time. Move even slower. Slow motion. Press. Lift yourself up. You can keep your eyes closed. Find your way to a seated position. You've got a pillow to sit on. Take your time. Once you come to seated, just find the full length of spine. Stay up as tall and proud as you can. Shoulders relaxed, arms relaxed down by your side. Maybe your hands resting lightly on your knees or in your lap. Take a deep breath in and out. And one more movement together. Inhale, extend both arms up into the air, reach high. Exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Hold in stillness, take one more breath. And
as we come to the close of this practice together, we bow, saying Namaste.